In the heart of the village of Umwaga, nestled by the banks of the great river, there lived two inseparable friends, Chinedu and Ifeoma. Their bond was forged in childhood, with laughter and shared dreams that echoed through the hills. Chinedu was a boy of remarkable talent. Even as a child, he could weave the most beautiful baskets, sing the sweetest songs, left the elders in awe. Ifeoma, on the other hand, was a girl of great beauty and wisdom. She had a rare gift for understanding the spirit of the earth, and the elders often sought her counsel in times of hardship. Despite their differences, they complemented each other perfectly. They grew together, and as they reached adulthood, their friendship remained the heart of their lives. But in the shadows of their bond, there lay a secret, a hidden envy that would one day shatter their lives. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the village's oracle came to the riverbank. The elders had summoned her to deliver a prophecy, and Chinedu and Ifeoma were there, as they always had been, waiting to hear the news that would shape their future. The oracle, an old woman wrapped in a cloak of leaves, stepped forward and raised her hands to the sky. Her voice echoed in the stillness of the night. "Two souls born to this land," she intoned. "One will rise to greatness, and the other will fall into darkness. One will become the ruler of the land, loved by all, while the other will be consumed by their own envy." Chinedu and Ifeoma exchanged uncertain glances. The prophecy seemed to speak of them, yet they couldn't fathom which one of them was destined for greatness and which one would be left behind. The oracle paused, her eyes fixed on Ifeoma. "The one with the heart of a lion will ascend. But beware, for a friend's jealousy will be your undoing." As the oracle spoke, Ifeoma felt a cold chill run down her spine. The prophecy seemed to carry a weight that lingered long after the oracle left the village. As the years passed, Chinedu's talents only grew more pronounced. He was chosen by the elders to lead a great journey to the distant land of the Igbo kings, where he would learn the ways of the world and return to bring prosperity to his village. The whole village celebrated his departure, proud of the young man who had been chosen for such an honor. Ifeoma, however, felt a gnawing emptiness within her. She had always believed she and Chinedu would rise together. Yet, it was clear that he was meant for greatness, while she was left behind, once again in the shadows. One day, as Chinedu prepared for his departure, Ifeoma approached him by the river. She had been carrying a small bundle wrapped in cloth, and when she handed it to him, her voice trembled. "I have made something for you," she said, her eyes clouded with emotion. "A charm to protect you on your journey. It will bring you luck and guide you when you are lost." Chinedu smiled warmly and accepted the gift. "Thank you, Ifeoma. I know you will always watch over me." But as Ifeoma watched him leave, a part of her heart hardened. The charm she had given him was not just a symbol of her friendship, it was a powerful spell, one that would ensure his success and guide him to his destiny. But it had a cost, a price that would be paid by the one who had given it. In the years that followed, Chinedu's journey took him far beyond the borders of their village. He studied under the greatest minds of the land, learned the art of diplomacy, and gathered powerful allies. His wisdom grew, and so did his influence. When he returned to Umwaga, he brought wealth, knowledge, and respect. He was hailed as a hero, a leader who had been chosen by the gods to bring prosperity to the land. His rise to power was swift and undeniable, and the elders, who had once doubted his potential, now bowed before him. But with his success came a deep, unspoken tension between him and Ifeoma. Though she had never voiced her envy, it festered inside her, twisting her heart. Every time the villagers praised Chinedu, she felt the sting of betrayal. She had given him the charm, yet he had become the ruler, and she remained in the background, watching as her destiny slipped away. One stormy night, as Ifeoma wandered through the village, she found herself at the old shrine by the river. It was here that the prophecy had been spoken. She sat before the shrine, her mind a whirl of emotions, when a figure emerged from the shadows. It was the oracle. "You have come," the oracle said, her voice like a whisper in the wind. "You are the one who will be consumed by envy." Ifeoma's heart raced. "What do you mean?" she asked, her voice shaking. "I have given him everything, my wisdom, my love, my protection. And yet he has taken everything." The oracle nodded. "It was not him who stole your destiny, it was you who allowed your heart to be clouded by jealousy. The charm you gave him was not just a gift, it was a binding spell. You bound yourself to his success, but you did not see the cost." The oracle stepped forward, her eyes gleaming with ancient wisdom. "Your destiny was never meant to be intertwined with his. But your envy made you blind. You stole your own future by believing you could share his." Ifeoma stood in shock, her mind racing. "How can I undo this? How can I reclaim what is mine?" "The only way," the oracle replied, "is to confront the one who holds your fate and reveal the truth." The next day, Ifeoma went to Chinedu, who had just returned from the council meeting where he had been hailed as the future king of their kingdom. She could no longer hide the truth from him. "Chinedu," she said, her voice trembling, "I must tell you something." Chinedu turned to her, his expression filled with warmth. "What is it, Ifeoma? You've been distant lately." "I gave you the charm," she said, "but it was never just a gift. It was a spell, a binding charm. I gave it to you because I believed you were meant for greatness. But now I see that I have stolen my own destiny in the process. I wanted to rise with you, but instead, I allowed my envy to blind me." Chinedu was silent for a moment, his gaze heavy. "I know what you've done," he said softly. "And I know that you gave me the charm with love. But in doing so, you gave up your own future. I never asked for the greatness that came to me, and I never wanted to take your place." Tears filled Ifeoma's eyes as she realized the truth. "What can I do to undo this? How can I free myself from the chains I've placed on my heart?" Chinedu reached out and took her hands in his. "You must release your jealousy. You must reclaim your own destiny, for it has always been yours to shape. Only then can we both be free." In that moment, Ifeoma felt a shift within her. The bitterness that had consumed her heart for so long began to melt away, and she realized that her path had always been hers to choose. She had allowed herself to be bound by her own desires, but now she could walk freely, no longer shackled by the past. But just as Ifeoma began to feel a sense of peace, something incredible happened. A gust of wind swept through the village, carrying with it the scent of flowers and the sound of distant drums. The earth beneath her feet trembled, and the sky above seemed to shift in color. The oracle appeared once more, her eyes glowing with ancient light. "You have freed yourself from the chains of envy," she said, "but there is one final twist to your fate." Ifeoma turned to her, confusion in her eyes. "What do you mean? Hasn't the curse been broken?" The oracle smiled gently. "The charm you gave him was never meant to bind your destiny, it was meant to guide him. But now, Chinedu's rise has triggered something far greater. You see, his greatness was always meant to be shared with you. You will not fall into darkness, for you are destined to rule beside him, as equals. You will both rise together, not as rivals, but as partners." And so, the prophecy was fulfilled not in the way they had expected, but in a way that brought them both to their rightful places.